Do you have a need for speed? Are you manic about muscle? You pulled into the right place. It's Money Metal with Kenny Wallace. Brought to you by Gateway Classic Cars, the world leader in connecting man to machine. 13 showrooms across America and growing, with more than 1,600 big money rides. Buckle up for some awesome Money Metal. Here's Kenny.
What's up, America? I hope you're loving life and ready for a tremendous holiday season with your loved ones. I completed my Christmas wish list for my wife, and at the very top of that list is this baby here at Gateway Classic Cars. I think Santa Claus should trade in his sled for this little red Corvette. All right, in just a bit, I'll tell you a lot more about this candy cane red 1960 Corvette. It's a gem. But first, I want to talk about another car. Actually, an entire line of cars that have defied the trends in car buying. On this show, we often talk to you about what's hot and what's not, and how certain vehicles soar in value during a 6 to 10 year period, while other vehicles cool off and values can drop. While there are a few sure bets in the car collection world, our experts here at Gateway tell me there has been one car maker, regardless of the model, that is an easy investment decision. Not Mercedes, not Jaguar, not Porsche. It's a Ferrari. Basically, if you can afford to buy one, the chances of getting all your money back with some solid gains is extremely high. That is if you buy a Ferrari. A quick history lesson about this company known for the gold shield with the prancing horse. Ferrari was a bit of a latecomer to the world of racing. Not established until 1939, when its founder, Enzo Ferrari, left Alfa Romeo to start his own racing car company. Make no mistake about it, Mr. Ferrari was a race car genius. From his very first 8-cylinder Spider in 1940 to the post-war 12-cylinder 125S, this guy took the racing circuits by storm. Since those early days, Ferrari has racked up over 5,000 victories on the world's tracks and roadways, including an unmatched 34 world titles, 9 Le Mans 24-hour championships, and an incredible 216 Formula One Grand Prix checkered flags. Truly a legendary modern race car company. To keep up with the growing demand for his premier sports cars during the late 60s, Enzo sold 50% of his company to the Fiat Group. After his death in 1988 at age of 90, Fiat purchased the remaining shares. But to this day, Enzo's Ferrari and every high-performance car his company made continues to be at the very top of the list of great collector cars. So you probably have two questions. Because I have two questions, and I'm the host, and I'm going to ask them. Question number one, what kind of dollars do these legendary cars demand? If you have to ask, you can't afford one. All right, I'm just kidding. Question number two, why don't Ferraris have a value ceiling? The darn things just keep climbing in price year after year, making Ferraris a great investment. Let's start with the first question. How much does it cost to get in one of these babies? The prices do depend on the model. Let's start by taking you to our showroom in Dallas. This is one of the most iconic shapes of the late 80s and early 90s, the legendary flat 12-cylinder Testarossa. This 1988 Ferrari isn't just sleek, it's a screamer. Going 0 to 100 in 11.4 seconds and tops out around 180, and smooth as silk getting there. This particular car has only 20,600 miles. That's less than 700 miles per year. Mint condition, upgraded stereo, only 28 years old. So how much would you need to invest in a car that isn't even an antique yet? A cool $150,000 asking price. But here's the kicker. That's up nearly $25,000 in just the past 5 years. The car sold new 28 years ago around $220,000, and soon it will likely surpass that price again. Take a listen to that 12-cylinder purr. So, that's a high price. Okay, a really high price. You have to be a serious collector to afford that Testarossa. But are Ferraris ever available at prices where us regular guys might be able to play? The answer to that is yes. What if I told you that for the price of a pimped out Prius, you could get into this red prancing pony? When we come back, 2 more Ferraris, including this one in Orlando, and you won't believe the price. We're back quicker than a Prius can get to 60 miles per hour. That's like 30 seconds with the wind at its back.
Letting a beauty like this go isn't easy. That's why people have trusted Gateway Classic Cars since 1999. We take care of it all, from selling to financing and trades, international shipping, even the advertising. We make sure your prized classic car is seen by millions of buyers across the globe who will give top dollar for your ride. Sell your vintage gem with the world's largest classic car company. Call Gateway Classic Cars at 844-392-3773.
Oh boy. Hey, welcome back. I couldn't help myself. You caught me checking out this 1960 Corvette up close. I'll take you for a spin in just a few. But this episode of Money Metal is mostly focused on some other red iconic sports cars, the legendary Ferrari family. Now, we just showed you a 1988 Testarossa that's more expensive than my house, and it's appreciating a lot faster than my house too. But surprisingly, not all Ferraris are that expensive. Here are 2 examples of cars in a more moderate price range with the same great value increases of other Ferrari models. Before I show you these, a quick disclaimer. I'm not responsible for any Magnum PI flashbacks you may experience. Yes, this is the same car that Tom Selleck made famous. This is a 1979 Ferrari 308 GTS. This particular style was made from 75 to 85 and replaced the famed Dino 246 GT. But I like this modern body style more, and it's a lightning bolt. Only an 8-cylinder, but it can get up to 215 miles per hour. Not that I'd ever test that fact, but what's rising faster than the speedometer is the price on these Magnum PI rockets. This 1979 Ferrari at our Tampa showroom, with only 43,000 miles on it, is listed at $79,000, about half the cost of that Testarossa we featured earlier. And here's another one that's listed at half the cost of that 308 GTS. This 1984 Mondial Cabriolet Ferrari is much more affordable at just shy of $39,000. That's right, you can drive away in a legendary Ferrari for less than $40,000. Now, this isn't a screamer, but it has a quick 3-liter V8 and it's a rare 4-seat convertible. This shows you that you can get into a Ferrari without breaking the bank. And this car will continue to increase in value as well. Earlier, I asked a second question about Ferraris. Remember what it was? Does anyone remember? Because I completely forgot. Too many NASCAR crashes in my career, I guess.
Why no value ceiling?
Oh yeah. Why do Ferraris not seem to have a value ceiling? They never seem to have any significant downturns in value. It doesn't matter if it's a rare vintage 1950s model or a new 80s model. They just keep climbing in value. So, I wanted to bring in a foreign sports car expert from Gateway, Matt, the cat, Nitak, to ask him that very question. Matthew, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, Kenny. Not sure why I didn't get a cool Santa hat, though.
Well, I was having a bad hair day, and this worked out great. Anyway, tell me something. Why are Ferraris so darn hot when it comes to car collecting and passion fun investments? They just don't seem to ever drop in value. Why is that?
Kenny, it's a combination of two factors. First of all, there's a difference between luxury and performance cars. There are cool-looking cars and fun roadsters like Triumphs, Fiats, Mercedes, Jaguars, or old Porsches, but they're just that, cool-looking cars, with some luxury or unique features for their time period, but they weren't really high-performance cars. Ferrari, and I'd put Lamborghini in that same category, are cars with extremely high performance that never really goes away. The maintenance costs can be high, but their speed and power is unmatched in the sports car market.
You ain't kidding. I used to watch Magnum PI and think, dude, stop babying that bad boy. Let the red rocket rip. What's the second reason?
The second reason is simple supply and demand. At no point in Ferrari's history did they manufacture a high number of cars. I think the most single-year production of any Ferrari model was like 8,000 cars, and that was recently. In the entire history of the company, Ferrari has only sold like 155,000 cars. That is a staggeringly low number. Low supply, high performance, great reputation, and even a mystique about the brand means this car will always bring top dollar. It won't go out of style.
There's a reason that prancing pony is on a gold shield. These cars are golden. Thank you, Matt, our European sports car specialist. And here's a Santa hat for you, buddy. Happy holidays.
How'd you do that? We're not even in the same city.
Motorhead magic, Matthew. Motorhead magic. Thank you, buddy. Now, time to tell you about this gem here in St. Louis. Ferraris are the premier Italian sports car. But here in America, you have to agree it's hard to beat a Vette. And when it comes to holding value and bringing top dollar, any Corvette from the mid-50s to late 60s is a great investment. This 1960 Corvette with a gorgeous 283 power plant that delivers 245 horse on this small frame makes for some awesome cruising. This car is nearly flawless and brings you the last year of the rounded rear end before they cut it off in 1961. This is a true classic. To get all the details, dozens of pictures, and a great video of this 1960 Corvette, just go to gatewayclassiccars.com and click on the St. Louis showroom and put in Corvette. It's one of 21 Vettes we're offering from the 60s to a 2016. Hey honey, Kimmy dear, this will look great in our garage with a big red bow on it this Christmas morning. I'll never ask for anything else until next year. Why do I get a feeling she just shut off her computer? Anyway, we're about out of time. But before I say goodbye, I want to read you all a little poem. A rhyme for the time, a few bars about cars. Give me some music, boys. 'Twas just days before Christmas and all through the showroom, many cars and trucks were waiting to zoom. Mustangs and Vettes, a Porsche and a Z, and the little red bug says, what about me? All these cool cars and badass trucks, I'm afraid to rhyme here, so just bring in your bucks. For what we are selling is not rubber and chrome, we are selling you joy and memories you'll take home. And we'll hear you exclaim as you push down the pedal, thank you, Kenny, for sharing this awesome money medal. Have a safe and happy holiday season, everybody. We'll see you next year. Ho, ho, ho.
Money Metal is an exclusive production of Gateway Classic Cars. Any use, sharing, or rebroadcast of this show without the express written consent of Gateway Classic Cars is strictly allowed. Share it all you want. We don't care. This is a free world. We want people to watch Money Metal, so go, like it, share it, but go do something. The show is over.
Hey, unless you want to hear my Christmas wish list, it's time to scram. All right, fine. Have it your way. I need hunting socks, Cardinal season tickets, a pair of Redbird underwear, 2 Cardinals coffee cups in case I break one. Hold on. I could go on and on. I want St. Louis Blues tickets too. Or you can just go. Bye.